Hey guys, I'm Jax, and this is my review for HotD. Now, I don't have to tell you what that means. You've clicked on this video, you've seen the thumbnail, you know what those letters stand for. But just to be clear, just so there's no miscommunication, I of course mean that this is my review for this hot dimmy. One hot dimmy. Deep fried, no soya sauce, from a fish shop. A classical dim sim situation. Let's see how this goes. Looks pretty burnt though, to be fair, for a classical dim sim. Probably 20% more burnt than usual. That's either going to be utterly delightful or totally, completely fucking ruins it. We'll see. Oh, that's so fucking good. No, that is amazing. You know when something's like really crispy burnt, like kind of like a piece of bacon, and you're like, I like it crispy. And there's like the finest, thinnest piece of paper margin line of like the perfectly crispy bacon. And then you're like, it's burnt, it's ruined, I don't want to touch it. That is ash. A dragon has killed that with dragon fire. And the other one is like, that's just perfectly cooked crispy bacon. This is like that for a dimmy. This dim sim is so close to being dangerously too cooked. It's just not. It's just utterly delightful. The perfect amount of salt, not too much salt, and just filled with whatever is in a dim sim. Whatever you put in a dim sim, I don't know. Now that I'm here talking about it, I don't know what I just ate. But absolutely delicious. This fish and chip shop is like maybe 5 minutes further from my local, but my local's closed on a Monday. Fucking fisherman's day off. Get the fuck out of here, guys. That seems harsh. I just wish I could take a day off my job. There's no days off. Yeah, this is fucking delicious. I'm giving this bad boy 4.5 out of 5. So HotD Season 3, Episode 3 features not one, not two, not three, but about, let's say, 457 different meltdowns, breakdowns, and just having the worst possible day at work you could possibly ever have, having just jumped up like a little step in the managerial, succession ladder. You've got to the top, and Rhaenyra's is like, actually, I hate this. I hate everything about this. I thought I wanted to be the boss, but then when you're the boss, you're like, actually, this is the worst. And just a little peek behind the curtain, as someone who's also a boss in some way, not a ruler of, say, a kingdom, of an entire, continent. Definitely not that high, but I don't not have people working under me, and sometimes you're like, it's great. It's great to just, like, be in control. No one really tells you what to do. Like, sometimes they kind of do, but not really. Like, day to day, you mostly tell other people what to do. And then sometimes you remember that you have to tell other people what to do. And then sometimes they don't do that. And so you have to feed all of the rich motherfuckers rats so they can serve all of the poor people. I've done that multiple times at work. I've had to do that, I was going to say twice, but that's twice this year. I have done it 3 times. One late in December before the Christmas period. I had to show them who's boss and feed them rats. So this week, I felt emotionally connected to Daenerys 2.0. Rhaenyra's is just like not suited to be the boss. She doesn't want to be the boss, but like someone else kind of went, boss? And she's like, yeah, I'll be the boss. But then as soon as she realized what being the boss like meant, she's like, actually, I hate this. And then she makes a couple of decisions and it's like, actually, that's a really good decision. You're kind of like focusing on like the workers, like the blue collar guys down in the trenches, and you're kind of fucking the upper echelon, the middle management kind of people, and you're kind of like, you guys don't really seem like you deserve what you're getting paid. Maybe these guys do. And that's going to work for a bit. But as someone who's been in like that exact position, at a certain point, those middle management people are going to come back and fuck you in the ass. So she's going to regret all of the decisions she made. All of those high tier, low tier kind of like richy people, they're going to fuck her up. I don't know how, but I can tell her right now that was a mistake. That was a terrible, terrible mistake she made. Never do anything in the workplace from your heart. Because, like, day to day, you're going to feel real good. And then one day, weeks later, you're going to realize you've made a terrible, terrible mistake. And you might be like, Jax, it feels like you're projecting. It feels like you're just like talking about your own job. And maybe you should just like talk to a friend before you review HotD. So you're not just talking about work and pretending that you're talking about the show. No. I also work for a giant corporation that, not me, for the record, not me, but some people might call evil. Like some kind of dynasty ruled by dragons and fear and death and decay and monstrous atrocities. I would never say that the business I work for is like that. Is like some kind of Targaryen incestuous rule of death and destruction and murder and ashes and blood and death. I wouldn't say that. I have heard at least 4 people say that today, and I've talked to like 7 people, so... What I'm saying is that that's not what I think. And so, like, I don't actually... So, like, me and Rhaenyra's situation and position, very, very different. I don't think it does... It's, like, not a one-for-one. But I've never actually felt closer to a character in this show until this episode. Every episode of this show mostly entails me going, wow, it looks good. Wow, the dragons are fun. Wow, there's a lot of carnage and blood and just Westeros! And then the rest of my feelings are kind of like, I wish I felt something towards what was happening. And this episode, the whole time, I was like... Sure, it's not like a one-for-one, but man, just a chick having a real bad time. They're given their best performance so far. I've forgotten her name. I'll be here. It won't be. I'm too lazy. Daenerys 2.0. They're doing a really good job this season. And I don't really love the character. Like, I don't want her to win, which I feel like is a bit of an issue with something like this. But her just, like, having a bad time and, like, anyone asking her any question... Like, it is so real to, like, step into something. And one guy's like, hey, so you said that thing, and, like, when's that going to happen? And she's like, oh, my God, that's like the 20th most important thing on my day. And that guy's like, yeah, but that's, like, the most important for me. And she's like, shut the fuck up. 20th most important thing. The other 19, I'm not even saying they're even going to get done. Those other 19 things might never get done. Your 20th thing. What? Just give me 2 minutes. So, like, that scene where she does that to, like, the fucking bastard dragon guy, just, speaks to my soul. Really, every scene in this speaks to my soul. Even to the point where you do everything possible, and you're cleaning every single second of every day, and then someone's like, we've got rats. We've got rats. And you're like, oh my God. So Rent-A-Kill's coming. That's what you're telling me right now. And that's literally what Rhaenyra has to deal with in this episode. She's just, like, having a real bad time. Also, fun little metaphor, where she's like, there are rats everywhere. And there's literal just rats crawling everywhere, which is just... Ugh. Yeah. What a great episode. Just her having an absolute meltdown, breakdown, just not having a good time. Really, really fun. Delightful on all ends. I think the fact that it was a fake... Darion? What's that? Who cares? For Darion, that's fun. That's probably one of the major storylines from Game of Thrones. Like one of like 50. Probably one of like the top 6 though. That I really wish they'd done fake Fire. I understand why they switched it to be Sansa. That makes sense when you got to condense everything and you want to include all the characters and big plots and all that stuff. It's just such a fun idea to play on the idea that people don't know who people look like. You don't have Facebook, so how do you know what people look like? And I think that's fun and delightful and cool and just such a thing that this universe can do, or medieval stuff, just any epic old fantasy thingy-majig can do, where you can't really do it now in modern day, and like every single day it gets harder and harder for that kind of stuff to even be anything. So it's just really fun thing to do in the medieval storytelling, your epic high fantasies and such. So... yeah, I just found that really, really fun. I knew something was off. He just felt like wrong and weird. Not like it's on the actor or the physical performance, just like he was acting strange. Like he didn't respond in a way where I'm like, he's like, hey, it's me. I'm that character. I'm like a main character. I'm the son of this and that, but I'm here. He felt like he was hiding something. So I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. He's fake. Darian for Darian or whatever you call him. Overall, I thought this was actually a really, really fun episode in that it was just like really focused in. I loved when Game of Thrones would do that, where it was just really focused in on like a battle or a certain character or a certain moment. Like Tyrion's trial, the Law and Order Tyrion episode. It's a great one where it's just super focused. And this was just focused on Rhaenyra's having just the worst day, just spiraling, realizing being a queen sucks. And she makes one good decision, but it's probably going to lead to like a bad decision, and then it's just all falling apart. And every conversation she has, she's just like, I don't like this. Thanks for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment below. I'd love to know what you guys think of HotD Season 3, Episode 3. Big yays, big nays, for the first time on the internet, a nuanced opinion.